Hey YouTube, welcome back to Axe Season Allies the Garrison. This is Detroit coming to you from the bunker here in Rochelle Park, New Jersey. Once again, welcome to the bunker. In any case, it is round two of this Axe Season Allies YouTube Wars episode, okay, or series for that matter, season 4 of the YouTube Wars. Okay, in this season, the Allies being played by Hambo, who's playing UK and Russia. We have Hilltop playing USA and China, and Anza Kanfa being played by Matt Todd. For the Axis, you have Japan being played by G.I. Joe, and of course myself, I am playing with Germany and Italy. However, having said that, needless to say, G.I. Joe and I are constantly back and forth talking about what our strategies are going to be, not only for our own particular countries, but for our allies' countries. So it's pretty much a team effort as far as the strategies and tactics that we're currently using. So very interesting game. It's been very tough for the Axis powers. Definitely Hambone, Hilltop, and Mad Todd have not made it easy for us. So it's definitely been a very much of an uphill struggle for the Axis powers. Okay, so having said that, I just because of the nature of the beast, because of the quick pace that we're going with this particular game, I have been unable to produce content where I depict or show what my ally and my opponents are actually doing. So in the past, I would actually create content where I would review what their moves were. But once again, because of the speed, because of the speed that we're producing content, I'm just unable to keep up with the pace. So all I can do is just basically create content regarding my own particular turns or moves with the countries that I'm controlling. So my suggestion is, if you guys feel that or want to watch the other YouTubers' channels, they can keep up with the content being created as I've stated before. So I would highly suggest that you guys go to Hilltop's channel, okay? That you go to Hambone's HQ channel, Matt Todd's channel, and of course G.I. Joe's channel, where they also are creating content and videos for you guys to watch, where you can actually further immerse yourself into this particular game that we're playing. All right, so let's go ahead to the board. I'm going to update you guys as to what's been going on. So far, round two, the Soviet Union was able to effectively take back the Baltic states from Germany. Okay, in this particular battle, the hit points were actually even for both sides. Both Germany and the Soviet Union had an equal 41 point hit point ratio for each country. However, the Soviets did have an advantage, and the advantage was that the unit count was higher. Now, I'm not recalling what the advantage was, but I believe it was about 4 or 5 ground units that were in favor of the Soviet attack. So hence, I believe that was the reason why the end result was that the Soviet Union was able to have up to 7 ground units consisting of 3 armor, 2 mechanized infantry, and 2 artillery surviving that battle. And of course, I expected an attack, but I just didn't expect that the Soviets would have so many ground units surviving the battle. However, there is a counter for this, okay? So let's go back to the Far East, where we have the war with Japan and the Allies. My ally, G.I. Joe, has moved in big time into the province of Yunnan, where he has up to 7 infantry, 2 artillery. I believe he has up to 6 tactical 6 fighters and 2 strategic bombers that can be used as air transport. So a very, very powerful threat here. The Japanese have a fleet in 36 that is also potentially threatening Calcutta, the Money Islands, and so on and so on. The Soviets in the Amur have moved in, but G.I. Joe has made sure that he has enough Japanese forces in Manchuria defending that particular part of the world. Also, China has been pushed up to Kansu. China basically has consolidated the majority of its ground units, and I guess is looking for targets of opportunity, which I'm sure they'll be able to take advantage of as the war proceeds. Now, the U.S. has done something very interesting here in the Pacific, where the U.S. built a naval base, has consolidated its naval power in Season 25, has moved ground units. The U.S. has up to 3 naval transports and a pretty good-sized fleet consisting of a carrier fully loaded with a tactical fighter, battleship, cruiser, 3 subs, a destroyer, and actually a destroyer and 2 cruisers. So pretty formidable fleet. The advantage here is that the U.S. could, in theory, project all the way into not only Season 6, but Season 19 as well, Seasons 5 and Seasons 4. It'd be very interesting to see what Hilltop has planned on this side of the war, okay, of the theater of war. All right, so let's go ahead then and proceed with the actual combat movements with Italy, because it is Italy's turn. However, before I go into Italy's turn, I have to show you what my purchases were. In Italy has 28 IPCs. It'll be purchasing 1 destroyer, a naval transport, and 2 submarines. It will carry over 1 IPC for round 3. Okay, Italy will be declaring a total of 5 battles, and they are as follows. Italy will be attacking Ethiopia. The British destroyer in Season 96. Italy will also be performing an amphibious operation where it will land or attack Malta. And I'm forgetting 1 battle in addition. Italy will also be taking Cyprus. Okay. In addition, there will be a battle for Tunisia. Okay. And last but not least, a battle for the Canadian transport in Season 91. So that's actually a total of 6 battles that will be performed by the Italians. So let's go ahead with the first battle. First battle will be Ethiopia, where you have 1 infantry, artillery coming from Italian Somaliland, 1 infantry coming from British Somaliland. That's the first battle. The second battle will be for Cyprus, where hold on, let me put on my glasses, where 1 naval transport will pick up 2 infantry, 1 from northern Italy, another one from, another one from southern Italy at a movement of 1, 2, and 3, and will land in Cyprus. There you go. Okay. The second attack will consist of 2 Italian fighters coming from Libya at a movement of 1. These fighters will have 3 movements left in their fuel gauge, and they will be engaging the British destroyer in Season 96. The second attack will be an amphibious operation. Once this season is cleared, this naval transport will pick up 1 artillery from southern France at a movement of 1. It will pick up another infantry from southern Italy and will perform an amphibious landing in Malta. Okay, that's that. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. The fourth battle will be where you have from Libya 1 infantry, 1 artillery moving into Tunisia. There you go. Okay, and last but not least, the last battle will be for Season 91, where the Italian bomber at a movement of 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay, will attack the Canadian naval transport. And that bomber will have 3 movements left, and let's remove that Canadian transport. Doesn't stand a chance. It's just sunk automatically. It's an auto kill. All right, so let's go ahead then with the actual combats, and let's resolve combat. The Italians will be attacking Ethiopia with 2 at 2 and 1 at 1. Okay, the British will defend with 1 at 2. Here we go. Okay, they all missed. The British defend at 2. They missed. Italians go again. There's a hit. There's a 1 right there, see? The British, though, do get to return fire, and it's a hit. So 1 Italian infantry is removed, so is the British infantry. That's that. Second battle. Battle for the destroyer, where you have 2 fighters coming in at 3. The destroyer defends at 2. Okay, got a hit. The destroyer will defend at 2. Got a hit. Oh well, we lost the fighter, but took out the destroyer. There we go. All right. Battle for Tunisia. Okay, there in this instance we have 2 at 2. The French defend 1 at 2. Here we go. Okay, we got a hit. The French get to defend 1 at 2, and it's a miss. So the French are out. Okay, and I believe that does it for all my attacks. Oh no, I'm forgetting the that just happened. Actually, I still have to resolve the battle for Malta. Okay, so now it's an amphibious operation because the destroyer has been sunk, the British destroyer. So now in this instance, we have 2 at 2, and you have 1 at 2 defending. Okay, we missed. The British infantry rolls, and it's a hit. Okay. All right, so much for that. Let's continue with the attack, obviously. Now the odds are in favor of the British. Missed. The British infantry rolls again. It's a miss. The Italian infantry roll, artillery rolls. It's a hit. Okay, so the British infantry defends, and it's a miss. I must take out, I'm going to assume, obviously, that the AAA is gone. All right, so now it's an even battle so far. The artillery hits or rolls, got a miss. The infantry, British infantry defends, got a miss. All right, here we go. Artillery again. And the intensity just goes up. Come on. Got a hit. Fantastic. The British infantry. Miss. Oh, I needed this. Okay. Or Italy needed this. British infantry is killed off. Okay, fantastic. All right, so that does it for all my attacks. I'm going, what is it, Papa? That already happened. That was unopposed. The 2 infantry coming from the naval transport. 1 infantry came from, one from northern Italy, I believe it was. 1 from southern Italy moved in here. Okay, let me just replace 1 infantry here. This chip right here. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead with my non-combat movements. All right, my fleet, Sea Zone 93, consisting of 2 cruisers and a battleship, will move into Sea Zone 97. Okay. My air transport, at a movement of 3. 1, 2, and 3 will land in southern France. Okay. I have 1 infantry from northern Italy moving into southern France. I have an artillery coming from southern France being railed into Albania at a movement of 1, 2, and 3. Okay. I have an armored unit from northern France being railed. Actually, it doesn't need to be railed. It can just go on its own power. 1, 2 into Albania. All right. In addition, I have 1 artillery coming from southern Italy being railed into Albania. That's 1, 2, and 3 as well. There we go. And I have to land my fighters. My fighters will land in southern Italy. Actually, I lost a fighter. Got to remove one. That one really hurt. But hey, that's war, right? So it happens. Okay, so I believe I've landed all my units and believe completed all the non-combat movements. So I'm going to go ahead and place my newly purchased units, which consist of a naval transport, destroyer, and 2 Italian submarines. And that's what we have in Sea Zone 97 right now. Okay, so I'm going to remove this. Okay, so let's go to the income tracker. Italy goes up by 1, right? A 2. Tunisia, France goes down by 1, so that's 2. And I believe that's about it. So Italy will go up by 2 IPCs. Let's go to the... So Italy goes up by 2. So Italy should be at 14. I may have to double check on this because I'm not quite sure if this is correct. 14. UK goes down by 1. France goes, well, why even bother counting France? So let me just double check to see how many IPCs Italy actually has, because I may be wrong. Yeah, that's just a battle. So that's Italian. Malta's Italian as well. Tunisia's Italian. So Italy has basically all its originals, right? Italy has 10 IPCs at the start of the game. France is 13. Tunisia is 14. No, so I'm correct. Italy's at 14, right? Italy then has 3 IPCs because it control for its national objectives. That's 3. That's 14, 15, 16, 17. Italy did carry over 1 IPC from its original purchases, so Italy will be carrying over a total of 18 IPCs for next round. Okay, and I believe that will be it for Italy. Okay, so now it's
the recap.
Yeah. Oh, of course, my assistant, my son Brandon, who's my cameraman, it just reminded me that I have to do the recap, final disposition of forces. Let's go ahead and do that before I forget, as I was actually doing here. So let's start in Ethiopia, where we have 1 infantry, 1 artillery in Ethiopia. Season 99, you have an Italian naval transport. Cyprus, 2 infantry. Season 96, you have a naval transport in Season 96. Malta, 1 artillery. Tunisia, an infantry and artillery. Season 97, you have a battleship, 2 cruisers, 1 destroyer, 2 submarines, and 1 naval transport. Albania, you have 2 armor, 3 infantry, 1 artillery. Southern Italy, you have 1 fighter, 1 infantry, and 2 AAAs. Northern Italy, we have 2 AAAs. Southern France, we have 2 infantry, a German fighter, and an Italian strategic bomber. And I believe that's it. I think I've gone over the disposition of forces. That pretty much covers it, right? I'm not forgetting anything. All right, guys, so this is it. It's now, what is it? Anzac Canada France's turn. It's Anzac Can Fran. Okay, that's I guess the short way of pronouncing it. Anzac Can Fran. It is Mike Todd's turn to go ahead with the Anzacs, Canadians, and the French. And let's see what he does. It's going to be very interesting, and I look forward to what he does. Guys, as always, let me know what your thoughts are regarding the strategies and tactics that we've been using in this game. Once again, it's definitely been an uphill struggle for the Axis, in particularly here in Europe, especially in the Mediterranean and in the Eastern Front. Hey, but that's all part of the fun. I'm definitely enjoying this game, and I look forward to your comments as always. Guys, as I like to say, don't forget to bunker down and play. Till next time.